Make the healthy choice the easy choice. That was my mantra when I worked in health promotion early in my career. The mantra reminded me of how important the environment is in influencing and shaping behavior. The same is true for your organizational changes. If you want people to achieve the intended outcome and adopt those new activities, your corporate environment needs to align with those desired behaviors and activities. In today's video, I'm going to share with you why aligning the environment is so critical to your change success, how it influences readiness, and what you need to do to create an environment that enables change. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Dr. Dawn Marie Turner, President of Turner Change Management and creator of the Readiness Mindset. My role in health promotion was to help clients let go of unhealthy or undesired behaviors and adopt new or healthier and more desirable behaviors. And one of the first places we often started was their environment. For example, if the goal was to help someone become a non-smoker, they were asked first to create a smoke-free home and car. Then, if they needed to, they could designate one spot outside the smoke-free zone for smoking. Those small shifts in their environment made becoming a non-smoker much easier. And it's similar with your organizational change efforts. Aligning the environment is rule number 9 in our 10 Simple Rules course. Participants are always surprised when they discover how much impact the environment has on either enabling or disabling those new activities and behaviors, and how small shifts in the environment make a big difference. Aligning your environment is critical to your success. Every change, regardless of how well planned, brings uncertainty. We have to let go of what we know and move towards something different. That's what change is. Creating and aligning an environment that supports that reduces the stress and uncertainty of change. One reason is that it provides cues that support the desired action, which reduces the pull of the undesired activity. That's why shifting the environment helped smokers become non-smokers. The smoke-free environment removed the visual cues, which helped to reduce the desire. And because they needed to go outside to their designated spot to smoke, it brought the behavior into conscious control. Therefore, it gave them the chance to make a different decision. Your environment also influences readiness. One factor influencing people's readiness is their belief about the organization's capability for success. For example, if your employees don't believe the organization can successfully support or accomplish that proposed change, readiness will be difficult and will be reduced. I've done a video on the influence of your change history and how to overcome it. I'll put the link in the show notes below. Readiness is also reduced if people believe the organizational structures needed to support the change are either not there or the current structures are inflexible. These can include things like leadership, policies, procedures, compensation, and personnel. The result is because the pull of the current state then is stronger than the desire to move toward the new state, readiness remains low. And your employees' efforts are on maintaining the way things are done now. It's easy to call this lack of readiness resistance, but it's not resistance. People are making a risk assessment. For the people affected, the risk of venturing into those uncharted waters of change appear too risky relative to the support and the benefits available. That's another reason creating the smoke-free environment was so powerful. Once the smokers were successfully living in a smoke-free environment, they felt more confident. They believed they could successfully transition to become a non-smoker. Creating your environment begins early, during the planning phase. In our work, I share with leaders how to identify and assess 3 key transitional factors that directly impact their success with organizational change. These transition factors are the internal, organizational, and personal conditions that influence whether a person or a group will move toward or away from something new. Making time to identify those factors during the planning process enables you to prevent resistance to change. It also allows you to create a change management plan that preempts the risks that reduce organizational and people readiness. One of these transition factors I call the reinforcing factors. Reinforcing factors are the conditions, beliefs, and structures that must be in place to sustain the new activities and behaviors. I advocate leaders explore and identify what will be needed to reinforce and maintain the desired behaviors by asking one key question. The question, what will be needed within our environment and organizational structures to encourage, support, and maintain the desired activities? Once you've identified these reinforcing factors, you can begin early in the change process to address them and create an environment that makes it easier to move toward the new activities and behaviors. For example, if you want your employees to perform like a team, are your performance management practices and policies aligned with teamwork? Or are they still focused on the individual and the individual performance? That's what one company realized when, after spending thousands of dollars on team building and training employees, the employees still weren't functioning as a high-performance team. And they were focused first on meeting their individual results. So they made a few small tweaks in the way they recognized and managed performance. And those small tweaks in the environment had an almost immediate effect on their employees' behaviors. If you're struggling to get a new activity or behavior adopted, write in the comment section below a small shift that you could make in your environment to support the desired activity. Like my health promotion mantra, when you create an environment that makes the desired activities easier, it becomes harder to maintain the status quo, and you're able to move through change with greater ease, less discomfort, and less impact in your operational environment. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.